Hello, everybody. Welcome to the April company update. So far, we're having a great year. It's been injury-free, and for that, we are very thankful. We put an emphasis on safety, and we would like to keep it that way. Very impactful video was shown this year at the quarterly meetings, and I think it was an accurate reflection of what goes on many job sites. Many of those personalities that I could relate to. Sometimes it may even creep into my behavior that I wish I could fix, and I can fix. So reflect back on that as we try to go about understanding how it is we can keep each other safe. The people in the room and in the situation are the people that can maintain safety. Warm Electric in general is busy. We continue to pick up more work to get things accomplished. We are adding lots of people. I think one of the misnomers about the workforce here at Warm Electric is we are constantly trying to add people. If it's a lack of people on a job site, it's not because of lack of trying. We have gone to many career fairs and advertisements and job fairs and school fairs and missions out there right now to hire as many people as practical. And of course, we want to hire people who align with our core values of treating others the way they want to be treated, merit shop, thrifty, and meeting our customer needs. We find, well, not enough of those people. So we continue to go out there and push forward on hiring and adding people. Added 2 people this week in Minnesota. We have 3 people to add in Oklahoma next week. We have appointments set up for adding 5 other people coming up here. And we continue to push forward very aggressively and trying to find works in the places where we don't. We recently got the survey results back. So recently I haven't had a chance to read all of them. I think I've read all the comments and gone over all of the numbers, but I'd like to reread them and compare and go back and take notes and see where we have common themes. It can be a very confusing task, I guess I would say. Oftentimes comments are contradictory to each other. One person wants us to do A and the other person wants us to do anything but A. And so we try to balance those out. Clearly, there's a few things in which we could do a better job of sharing information. And so we're going to try to do that as we push forward with quarterly meetings, always available for asking questions and giving answers and finding out what's there. Other issues that come up, we hope to address as we talked about the quarterly meetings. We had lots of changes last year based on them. We saw a 25% increase in the overall satisfaction score here at Warm Electric from year to year. We're happy to see that, and we'd like to think it's because of some of the actions we had taken. Some people are still discouraged. Some people were discouraged enough they left. So that's unfortunate, but we again continue to push ahead and are thankful to all the people out there that make a difference. We have people all over the company trying to help out their coworkers and the customers and trying to make a difference. And that is truly what I believe is special about Warm Electric, is the people and the people we have and the care and concern that they show for one another. So with that, I will turn it over to some other reports and updates from the local area and from Trista about your coworkers. So thank you for everything. And again, thank you for your concern on safety. And thank you especially for answering the survey, for giving your candid feedback so that we can take actions to make improvements. Of course, some of the comments, or all of them, are anonymous to us. So if they're very specific in nature, we can't specifically address it because we don't know who made that concern. If you would like specific action on a specific item, please let me know. And I will try to work with you and help you in doing that. If you're somehow confused about some policy or procedure that's put in place or that we lack here at Warm Electric, again, that's my job to find out what those are. Please don't hesitate to bring those to my attention. You can call me or text me at 402-202 0555. I answer all my calls unless I'm already on the phone. Thank you. Have a great day.
Good morning, this is Justin here with the April monthly update for the Northern region. Just a brief update here on some of our current projects that we have going on. A couple of our jobs that are continuing on from last summer. We have Sauk Center Schools with Brian Jenks as the foreman. Brian has 2 other guys up there with him at this time, planning to ramp up here closer to the summer. We also have work in Becker. Kyle Maher is the foreman out there, and he's currently working by himself, getting some odds and ends cleaned up for prep for summer. We also have Dawson Boyd Schools and the Lackapaw Valley Middle School, High School. Just a couple of small jobs out there that need to be done this summer. So summer's looking really busy. Jobs just starting up. We have the SCMC Emergency Room Area Addition in Morris. Matt Loosbrack is the foreman on that. That'll be starting here very soon. We also have the Lower Sioux Hemp Campus project, and Larry Davis is going to be overseeing that. We also have the Bethesda Pool project up there in North Point where we did the original project. So Larry's also going to be overseeing that one. Jobs that are currently in progress. We have the Wilmer 5 Apartments with Brandon Nelson as the foreman. He's out there with 5 guys roughing in. And we have Upper Sioux Health and Safety, which is down in Granite Falls. John Herman's the foreman on that job. ADM in Marshall. Right now we have 10 guys currently, 5 of them coming up here from Lincoln. So just appreciate those guys traveling and helping us out. Jim Baker is the foreman down there. We have the Genio Rehang project. Greg is leading that one with help on the weekends. So I appreciate everybody who's came in and volunteered and worked on that project. We also have Law Enforcement Center, which is just changing out heating units in some of the office spaces. So that one's going well too. A couple of jobs that are finishing up here. We have Central Care Clinic in Wilmer that's finishing up. And we also have the Minnesota Poultry Testing Labs generator that's finishing up. Just to continue to talk about manpower, we are always looking for more journeymen. So if you know someone who would be willing to come on board and who would be a good fit here at Wilmer Electric, just encourage them to apply. I also want to remind you all that if you missed a safety meeting on Monday, if you're on vacation or if you were sick that day, it's your responsibility to make it up. And it's just simple. Just go ahead and go on to your Procore safety reference. In the documents, you can go do your own weekly safety meeting and fill out the form and submit it. A couple of upcoming projects that are on the horizon. We were awarded a church down in Redwood Falls. That'll probably be starting this fall. And we think we are low on a new school in Redwood Falls. And I would guess that would start this fall also. We're also getting word that we're going to be doing some work at the Tepetonka Golf Club project. Exciting work ahead. So a couple of other items I wanted to share is just be safe out there. Our safety record is doing really well at this point. So continue to be safe. Look out for each other. That's the most important thing, is watch the guy next to you. Make sure they're being safe also. Punch in and punch out every day. That's very important. When you get to the project in the morning, make sure you're punching in, and make sure when you go home, you're punching out. And then for those of you who are on jobs with quantity boards, make sure you're getting your quantities wrote down, and so the foreman can go ahead and send that information into accounting to track our jobs. Again, be safe. Thanks for everything you do. Have a great month.
Hello and welcome to the April update for employees. We did have a couple new hires as well as lots of anniversaries that we will go through here for April. So for the month of March, we had 3 new hires. On March 1st, we had Mason Eckstein from Minnesota, who is in the prefab shop as a laborer for the time being. And then we had 2 on March 25th. We had Jonathan Escoff, who was an apprentice in Minnesota, and we rehired Dean Swart part-time in Minnesota, who is a journeyman. So welcome back and welcome to Mason and Jonathan. We're excited to have you part of Wilmer Electric. And now the April anniversaries. We have Paul Lovins, who is an apprentice in Oklahoma. On April 3rd, will be here 1 year. And
Connor Schultz, who is an apprentice in Oklahoma, will be celebrating 1 year here at Wilmer.
Ron Lindblom, who is an apprentice in Minnesota, on April 4th will be here 2 years. And Fernando Vasquez Padilla, who is an apprentice in Nebraska, on April 4th will be here 2 years. Matt Loosbrock, who is a foreman in Minnesota, on April 5th will be here 3 years. And Matt Curio, who is an apprentice in Nebraska, on April 6th will be here 4 years. Brian Baxter, who is a journeyman in Nebraska, will be here 9 years on April 13th. And Tara F. on April 13th will be here 9 years, and Tara works in the estimating department. We have Sean Smith, who is a journeyman, who on April 13th will be here 4 years, and Sean is in Nebraska. Chris Jans, who is a journeyman in Oklahoma, on April 16th will be 12 years. And Stefan Harris, who is an apprentice in Oklahoma, on April 17th will be here 1 year. Bryce Ponziak on April 17th will be here 1 year, and Bryce is an apprentice in Oklahoma. Kelsey Wood, who's a maintenance tech based out of Oklahoma, on April 17th will be here 1 year as well. Matt Frederigal, who is a journeyman in Nebraska, on April 20th will be here 4 years. And Lee Freudenberg, who is a project engineer, and he is based out of Nebraska, on April 21st will be here 10 years. Andrew Crow, who's a foreman in Oklahoma, on April 24th will be here 7 years. And Tom Rogers, who is a journeyman in Oklahoma, on April 25th will be here 13 years. So thank you to all of those individuals, and congratulations on your impending anniversaries. We're excited to have you been here with us, and we look forward to another year. Hope that all is going well, and be safe.